Yeah, but just that would be very good. Here or here? Hallo.
Hört man uns? Ja, man hört uns. Top, dann starten wir doch direkt mit unserer Pressekonferenz vor unserem nächsten Spiel. Heimspiel wieder am Samstag gegen Borussia Mönchengladbach. Und wer noch live bei uns ins Stadion kommen will, der muss sich ein bisschen beeilen. Es gibt nämlich noch rund 300 Restkarten. Also schnell an den Online-Shop, schnell in den Fanshop und holt euch noch die letzten Resttickets. Ansonsten hätten wir fast Full House. Und Peter Herbert Eisenhut traditionell beginnt mit der ersten Frage.
Ja, schönen guten Tag. Herr Henriksen, nach dem Spiel in Leverkusen haben so ziemlich alle Mainzer gesagt, wir nehmen die gute Leistung mit. Was bedeutet das denn in die tägliche Arbeit übersetzt?
It means a lot, of course. The main thing is every time we go on the pitch, it's the performance. Sometimes we are lucky, sometimes we are unlucky, sometimes things happen. Sometimes we get a red card. And sometimes we make some mistakes. That's a part of life. But the performance is everything. If we can come out with a performance like that, I sleep well at night. You know that is the most important thing for the way I sleep, the way we perform, and the way we actually connect to each other, and the belief we have in each other, and especially to go away from home against Leverkusen and go behind 1-0 after 3 minutes, and to show the character with it. After that is something we have to take with us, because then we get the belief and we get the trust in each other, and I think that is, in this situation we are in, it's by far the most important thing, because if footballers are free, and I've said this 100 times, if they are free and they play by instinct, and then we see their true quality, I think we have seen that maybe 89%, 80 to 90%. And I want to get that up to 100%, because then we see the true level every time. And if we do that, then I'm looking forward to it. And then I will be standing out there and smiling instead of jumping around. And I hope that I'll do that on Saturday.
Dominik Theis von der Allgemeinen Zeitung.
Hallo Herr Henriksen, wie sieht es denn personell am Samstag aus? Welche Spieler fallen definitiv aus und wie fit sind auch gerade die Spieler, die nach der Erkältung jetzt zurückgekommen sind, mit Johnny Burkhardt, Ludovic Ajorg, Tom Kraus?
We have, of course, a couple suspended. We have Jesse suspended. We have Kasi suspended as well. That's natural. We know that. More or less, everybody else is getting back from der Erkältung, und das ist of course wichtig. And more or less, everybody is ready to play. I think we have since I came anyway, we can even take 20 players to the game. And I think there's a lot of players who's willing to show themselves, and a lot of players who's coming back. Now Johnny is really close. He has trained the last 3 days. Looking really forward to see him as well. Ludo is getting a little bit back as well. He trained first time today, so he's also getting closer. So Silvan played on 60-70% last time. Now he's more or less 100%. I had to take him out after 60 minutes in Leverkusen. He's also getting close. So it's getting better and better every day, and we can see on the training pitch as well. Everybody is fighting. Everybody's doing everything they can. And I talked to some of the players. I talked to Lee today, and he said to me he was a little bit tired because we trained hard yesterday as well, and he just want to keep going. And I told him to relax a little bit in the training today. He couldn't handle that. So, but in the end, I think we have a good squad. We have more or less everybody ready, and I'm looking forward to it.
Timo Müller vom Kicker.
Direkte Nachfrage dazu. Tendieren Sie bei Johnny Burkhardt schon dazu, ihn von Anfang an zu bringen, oder eher als Joker, gerade weil er noch nicht ganz bei 100% wahrscheinlich sein kann?
We will check him today. We will check his numbers. I haven't had his numbers for today because it's important. The hard way, the physical department has 100% know exactly how much he can take, and we'll see. We'll make a decision tomorrow, And but of course we know he's a good player. He's a team player. He has a great heart. He shows every time the commitment. He's a true Mainzer in heart, and he knows exactly what we expect. And so for me, I don't have any problem with him playing. But of course, we have to be 100% sure that the physical things is right, and then we will see what we decide. We have a lot of possibilities up front. And I'm confident that we'll put a team on that looks good.
Dominik.
Sie haben ja schon gesagt, Anthony Cassie fällt aus, gelb gesperrt. Ist für Sie schon klar, dass Sie trotzdem bei Ihrer Dreierkette, die Sie ja schon gespielt haben, bleiben und ihn einfach 1:1 ersetzen? Oder spielt in Ihren Gedanken auch weiterhin ein Switch auf Viererkette noch eine Rolle?
Everything is possible. Of course, we don't have that many defenders left. That's natural. That's everybody can see that. We see Henke is also out, and that means that we have to take alternatives in use. And luckily, we have a lot of players that can do that. Dominic has done really well for us in the defense. We know Sepp has an extraordinary character. We have Tom, who has played there down before. We have Joshua, so we have a lot of possibilities. But of course, we can also play with 4. This team has done everything, and they know tactical-wise exactly what to do. They've been trained well. So right now, the main thing for us is to find out who is the most ready, who do we believe the most in, and who do the players believe in. And when we do that, we'll put a team on Saturday that's going to look fun.
Peter Herbert.
Hat sich Ihr Bild von Borussia Mönchengladbach nach deren Sieg gegen Bochum verändert?
No, I think. Hey, listen, it's a good team. Everybody knows that it's a good team, player by player. It's a really, really good team. We have respect for that. We know that they have not won as many games as they wanted to until the game against Bochum. And they score a lot of goals, but they also concede a lot of goals. So at the end of the day, again, we have respect, but we're not afraid. And we are, especially at home, we're really looking forward. And I've it's full capacity in the stadium. I'm looking so much forward to that, because hopefully they will be with us, the fans, and they will go crazy with us and do everything we can, and hopefully help us to win, because it's a final for us. It's every time a final. We know there's 10 points up to a lot of teams, but there's only 2 points up to Köln, and that's what we are looking at right now.
Dominik.
Herr Henriksen, Sie sind jetzt seit knapp 3 Wochen hier, auch mit einem neuen Trainerteam, auch wenn Sie Michael Silberbauer schon von früher kannten. Aber wie hat sich das so im neuen Trainerteam für Sie eingespielt und wer übernimmt da so welche Aufgaben eigentlich?
Oh, but hey, listen, it's been really, really easy to come into this group. Everybody has been welcoming us with open arms. It's like being home, you know. It's really, really good people. They are working from 6 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the night every day, and it's unbelievable what they have done, what they do, and that's why I also say that they have been trained well. This is not about being trained well or not. This is about the head. It's about the mentality. It's about the belief. It's about the trust in each other, and that's what we are here for. We are here to build on this culture who has been here for ages, and it feels like a family, because many of the persons I'm working with has been here many years. Nico has been playing here for many years, and Søren has been. I think he was assistant for Tuchel in 2009. So I'm talking about this is like a family where everybody knows each other, and they have taken really well us into that family, and I think that is what Mainz can. You know, and that's a part of the culture. That's a part of the belief, a part of the history here. So in that case, it's been really, really easy. Of course, I have Michael with me. He knows exactly what I need and what I don't need. I use a lot of energy on the players. I use a lot of energy on the pitch. So it's really obvious for me that I need people around me to focus on other things. Michael is making the trainings with Søren and Nico, and then we have 2 analysts who's really clever as well. So and I have everything I need. There's no excuses. It's at the end of the day, it's my responsibility how we look, how we see out in the weekends, and I'm just proud to be a part of this team. And then we go on, and hopefully we can show everybody that the expression we have is the same as we did in Leverkusen and also against Augsburg at home.
Timo, mach du mal.
Zu dieser Atmosphäre, die Sie schildern, trägt im Moment auch, oder eigentlich auch schon lange, aber gerade im Moment die Jugend auch bei. Sie waren am Dienstag ja auch da. Hat das auch für Sie jetzt in der jetzigen Situation irgendeine Relevanz, weil es ein positiver Faktor ist, oder hat das eine mit dem anderen jetzt nichts zu tun?
No, but listen. The fun part. I spoke to the coach, the under-19 coach, after the game or the day after, and I praised him. I said, "Listen, you changed the game, and it's about being brave. And when you see kids under-19, many of our players was at the stadium as well. Like many of the senior pros was at the stadium as well. And to see the young ones, the young guns, going out there and fight for it like that and change the game around in the second half, going man-man, going high pressure, actually daring to do something instead of just expecting to lose, then daring to win. Of course, it makes everybody feel great. It makes everybody feel a special atmosphere. It makes everybody believe in something. And that's what we need. This club needs to believe in something. What's always been standing for is like overachieving, and that's only because of hard work. And that's what they showed us, the young guns in the weekend, or in the week. Unbelievable what they did. And there was power, there was energy, there was belief, and then the crowd was there. It was full house. I think there was like, how many was it? A half an hour. Then it was full house, and like now we're in the quarterfinal. Like it's unbelievable what these kids have done. And I'm just a part of to see what they are capable of doing. And it's like that's the culture, and that's the culture we need to just bring back. It's just bringing that back, but it is here. I don't even have to make a culture. The culture is here, so we just have to encourage people to believe, encourage people to be free, and encourage people to believe. And what the young guys did was absolutely outstanding. And now, luckily, I think it's in 2 weeks they have another game in Porto at home. And that's another unbelievable game. So we have a lot of things to look forward to, but of course we have to win on Saturday.
Dominik?
Ich habe nochmal eine Nachfrage zu Gladbach. Sie sagen, es ist ein sehr gutes Team. Was zeichnet Gladbach aus Ihrer Sicht das Team aus?
No, but Gladbach, we know it's a good team, but we know also how they play. And they really want to play. They have the deep backs, and they want to see if it's possible to make overload on the sides and all these things. We have analyzed them for sleeping and thinking about them for 5-6 days now, just after the game against Leverkusen. And of course we know what they're coming with. They have a big, strong striker up front from young boys in the old days as well, and the coach has been there as well. So we know exactly what they want to do. We know exactly how they want to play. But again, in my opinion, it's not about them. It's all about us. We are talking too much about everybody else, but we have to talk about ourselves. What can we do better? What is the aim for us? Because if we talk about everybody else, then it's going to be the focus. No, we have to focus on ourselves and to do our job. And when we do that, then I'm confident that we can get results, because we know that every team in this league is going to be a tough challenge. But we only make it a tough challenge if we think too much, instead of just going out to actually dare to be there and enjoy playing football.
Peter Dörr von der Bild-Zeitung.
Herr Henriksen, Sie versprühen sehr viel Euphorie hier im Club. Sie sagen, Sie sind sicher, dass Sie in der Bundesliga bleiben. Jetzt sprechen Sie von einem Finale gegen Gladbach. Was bedeutet denn, wenn so ein Spiel verloren gehen würde am Samstag?
I don't think about that. I only think about winning. That's how life is. If you think about losing, you lose. If you think about winning, you win. Things are really natural in life. If you believe in something, it can happen. If you don't, there's no chance. So I need to make the biggest chance. The only thing I'm really good at is calculating. So I always calculate how big a chance we have to win, and I want that to be the maximum. I need that number to get up, and we only need to get that number up if we dare and believe we can win. Against Leverkusen, we had over 60% chance of getting a point. If we play 100 games, 60% of all the games, we would have had at least 1 point against Leverkusen away. So for me, that is important. Nothing else. If we think about that, if we think about what if, then we are dead, then we are buried, we are gone. We have to believe in something, and I believe in these players, and I can see in the training pitch the fire, you know, and when you see that, and you can also see, if you just look at the players in their eyes, they are looking so much forward to it. They are really looking forward to play in the full stadium on Saturday and being together. And I'm asking them in training today, we did some tactical stuff, and I said, how do you feel? Fantastic. And normally they would think a little bit, and maybe what should I say to the coach? But it was like instinct. It was not something they have prepared in their head and saying, listen, they are feeling that they can do something. And for me, that is 90% of football.
Peter, noch eine Nachfrage?
Ja, ich hätte noch 2 Nachfragen. Also, A, wenn Sie über den Klassenerhalt nachdenken, schielen Sie da vielleicht schon noch auf den viertletzten Platz oder ist nur noch diese Relegation im Moment bei Ihnen im Blick?
No, but we have to be realistic. Right now, we have to do one thing that's really important. That's to get over Köln. When we have done that, we can take the next game, but one game at a time. Because right now we have one game away from getting to that spot where we actually can be in the league. And when we have done that, hopefully secured that spot, then we can go for the next one. But it's one game at a time. That's how life is, especially in our situation. We have to respect that. We have to acknowledge that, because that's a part of life as well. That's okay. Everybody asks us that all the time. And I'm saying to the players, everybody will ask us that. But in the end, it's my responsibility. If we go down, it's my responsibility. That's how life is. But of course, now we look at Köln. We look at the next game, because we have a possibility already on Saturday, 6 o'clock, to be in that spot we want. So in that sense, that's the first aim. And then, of course, we can put, hopefully, the barrier a little bit higher and higher and higher. But right now, it's that.
Die letzte Nachfrage noch. Werden denn jetzt schon Gegner der zweiten Liga auch angeschaut? Mögliche Gegner für so eine Relegation? Oder?
I haven't seen any. I played against Greuther Fürth with Zurich in a friendly, but other than that, I haven't seen any games. Of course, we see a little bit on the television, but we haven't analyzed anything. Right now, we only focused on one thing. We're focused on every game. Every game is a final for us. Every game we go out there and do our best. And then I'm 100% sure we'll do a fantastic job. And I'm just 100% sure as well if the players will do that. And that's the main thing for me.
Peter Herbert.
Sie haben die 60-prozentige Chance erwähnt, in Leverkusen zu gewinnen. Ich weiß ja genau, wie es ausgerechnet wird, aber haben Sie die anderen 40% nochmal thematisiert nach dem Spiel in der Analyse?
We have 60% of getting a point. So 60% of getting 1 point. And that, so that I think we had 30% of 25 of winning, 35 of a draw, and then 40% for Leverkusen to win. So that's how it gets calculated out. It's like XG. It's like I'm not inside the machines who's actually calculating these things, but it's more or less the XG. And if you see the XG on that game, even though no matter which company you take, because there's 3 or 4 companies who takes the XG, most of them were within 0.2. That means that one of them was like 0.8 for us and 1.0 for them. So a away game in Leverkusen to have 0.2, nobody else in this league this year has been that close to Leverkusen. Just to take the last many games Leverkusen has played. That shows a little bit of what we have done. But again, we are not satisfied with losing. We will never be that. We're not satisfied with just competing. We want to win. And like, so for me, numbers are good, but winning are better.
Gibt's noch Fragen? Timo.
Immer noch eine Frage zum Gegner Mönchengladbach, gar nicht auf die Aktualität bezogen. Ist das für Sie in jungen Jahren ein Verein gewesen, auf den Sie geguckt haben? Weil die haben ja Tradition von Dänen da, Allan Simonsen zum Beispiel, das könnte ja so ein Idol gewesen sein.
Of course, we have seen them for many years. It's been one of the biggest clubs in Germany, especially when Allan Simonsen was there. I think was it 77. I think he became the European Player of the Year. I think he was playing in Mönchengladbach at the time. But for me, it doesn't matter what their names are. I just want to win on Saturday. That's the only thing that matters.
So, ich sehe keine Handzeichen mehr. Dann bedanke ich mich. Wir sehen uns alle am Samstag in der Miva Arena, wenn ich hier sein kann, weil er den Run auf die letzten 300 Karten nicht geschafft hat. Wir sind auch bei Sky zu sehen oder akustisch zu hören bei 05er FM, eingesungen von Tim Klotz. Danke.